about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and every Dallas Cowboys fan, every Philadelphia Eagles fan has gotten the word. The defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles will be hosting our Dallas Cowboys for the 2025 NFL season opener. Many content creators have spoken about it. Many talking heads have spoken about it. You want to know who hasn't talked about it yet? Your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. But I did watch Mike Florio and Chris Simms give their take on the opener for the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to take a listen to the 3 clips that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's take a listen to Mike Florio and Chris Simms from Pro Football Talk.
It's the Cowboys. They're going to be going back, the unveiling of the banner. They haven't been doing an NFC championship game in forever, and they're going to sit there and watch the Eagles go,
that
hey,
makes it even better.
Hey, it's our second Super Bowl.
More and more.
It's our second Super Bowl in 7-8 years. How about that? Eat that crap, Dallas Cowboys, right? So that's where it's going to be great. The raucous crowd, of course, in Philadelphia. It's one of the best. That stadium's special that way. And I think like what we talked about a little last week with the Cowboys, I think, are a little more talented than people are giving them credit for. And now with George Pickens, it does make it a little more interesting too. So that's where I can get I can totally support it and like it. And you're going to be watching Jerry, and it's all going to be fun.
You know, Cowboys Nation, looking at our potential roster heading into minicamp, the Dallas Cowboys do have a sneaky talented roster that could quickly be overlooked or taken for granted by other NFL teams. The thing is, no team is going to want to play the Dallas Cowboys like a lesser team. Week 1, the Philadelphia Eagles will come out swinging. Philly's going to come out ready to show the NFL that last year wasn't a fluke, and who better to do that to than the Dallas Cowboys, a division rivalry. Highly competitive matchup, Cowboys Nation. The unveiling of the banner is going to be a driving force for both teams, and I'll explain that during my Raw and Uncut portion. So make sure you stick around for that. But jumping into the second clip that I got for you, the guys talk about the positives about the Dallas Cowboys Eagles season opener. So let's go ahead and take a listen to that so we can come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
I mean, you know, at first we were like, man, we thought it was going to be like a playoff rematch or, you know, like a team on the rise like the Broncos, bring them to town. But no. Traditional rivalry, Cowboys, George Pickens, healthy Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons coming back to the area not that far from where he played college football. I think that I kind of dig this.
You're more
and the possibility of running into Jerry and hanging out with Jerry on the field.
Yeah, well, he might avoid us at all costs. He'll be like, oh, they're over there.
He'll be very nice.
He'll be
very nice.
See, Cowboys Nation, I thought the Philadelphia Eagles would face the Kansas City Chiefs in the season opener. You know, I thought that the Super Bowl rematch would be a game that they would do. But, hey, an NFC East rivalry between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, hey, that's the next best thing, Cowboys Nation. This game is going to make some great Thursday night football. It's going to be setting the standard for the Dallas Cowboys, so they have to make a statement during that week for that NFL matchup. But getting into the last clip, Chris Simms gets into the Dallas Cowboys' uphill battle during week 1. So let's go ahead and take a listen so we can come back and unpack this raw and uncut.
They've done some nice adjustments to their football team. Now let's just see, how good they can be. They got some young talent on the defensive side. We've talked about that. The offense, the line is getting there. Between the Giants D-line, the Commanders, and the Eagles, that's 6 games a year. They got to play against some special D-lines there, so they better be ready in that department. And they got some weapons on the outside for Dak Prescott and throwing the football down the field. Now, their running back room, we're going to see. We're going to see if anybody there is worth a damn and can be really a difference maker for their football football team, but they pose some problems, and I think there is a little more talent there on this Dallas team than people realize. The problem is it's the Eagles, and the Eagles are an all-star team, and there's not a weakness to their team. And like we saw last year, even in the playoffs, they could play B- football and still win 2 playoff games. That's what they did. They didn't really play that great against the Packers in the wild card round, right? So that's why I want to, because I get that a lot now, and I get a lot of that everywhere I go from Eagles fan. Is Jalen Hurts going to be a top 5 quarterback now? And I want to go, wait, all you guys were in my mentions, wild card and divisional week, going, Jalen Hurts is the problem with the team. And then all of a sudden we win a Super Bowl and we go, he's top 5.
Damn, they was flipping on Jalen Hurts like that? But Chris Simms did make some valid points, Cowboys Nation. The Dallas Cowboys are now bringing some much-needed weapons to this team. The front office is finally building for the here and now while also preparing for the future. But let's go ahead and blow the lid off this, all right, Cowboys Nation? Y'all ready for this raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. Cowboys Nation, this game is going to be a game for the ages. The Dallas Cowboys heading to Lincoln Financial Field to face the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles to try and go behind enemy lines to grab a victory during the first game of the season. Tensions running high. Hunger will be on full display, but it's all going to come down to who's the hungriest come week 1. Will it be the Philadelphia Eagles or will it be our Dallas Cowboys? Earlier in the video, I said hanging the banner could be a driving force for both teams. What I meant by that, Cowboys Nation, I meant that it could be a driving force for the Philadelphia Eagles to want to defend their home turf, defend their Super Bowl title, to put the NFL on notice when it comes to trying to become a dynasty. And you can't spell the word dynasty without nasty. But that's neither here nor there, Cowboys Nation. It could be a driving force for our Dallas Cowboys because it's where we want to be and our rivals got there first. It could be a want and a desire to come out and put boots to ass and show the NFL that last year was a fluke and them boys are back in town. Or we could get the shit kicked out of us and continue to be the laughingstock of the NFL. I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather be the former. The greatest thing about playing the defending Super Bowl champions is that the bar of the season will be set by last year's champions. The Dallas Cowboys won't be going out there playing some tomato cans. They will be playing the best team in the NFL at this moment in time. They'll have to play some of their best football. Being mediocre isn't going to win you a game in Philly. It might get you embarrassed and laughed out of the stadium, but it's not going to get you any game victories. And Chris Simms, he said something that I really agree with, Cowboys Nation. The Dallas Cowboys are better than what some people give us credit for. Do they have the best roster in the NFL? No, they don't. But we don't have a bunch of nothing either, Cowboys Nation. They don't have a bunch of fix-a-flat in the most important positions like they did last year. We have a number of weapons on both sides of the ball, but that individual talent needs to come together in order to get the job done. This wouldn't be a walk in the park for any NFL team. The Philadelphia Eagles have a great team, from the offensive line to the quarterback play, the running back, the wide receivers, and the tight ends. The Philadelphia Eagles are working with an extremely talented unit, but that unit will have to learn a new offensive scheme under a first-time offensive coordinator in Kevin Pilano. But the Eagles aren't the only team who has a first-time offensive coordinator. The Dallas Cowboys will be going into the game with Clayton Adams being the first-time offensive coordinator. But the difference is, Brian Schottenheimer will be calling the plays for the Dallas Cowboys and creating the offensive scheme. The personnel for the Dallas Cowboys are already acclimated to the overall play design of Brian Schottenheimer. It's just a matter of the players learning the plays and motions, the little nuanced things of the Brian Schottenheimer scheme. So the Eagles may have the edge when it comes to player personnel, but the Dallas Cowboys have the edge in club and schematic continuity. But let's go ahead and keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. If you can say, and I'm not going to sit up here and say it, but if you can say that the Philadelphia Eagles suck, then I hate to admit it, but you're just a hater. If you can't admit to yourself that they will be a formidable opponent and the Dallas Cowboys will have their hands full, then you might as well get comfortable in the delusion that you've created for yourself. As much as I don't want to admit it, Cowboys Nation, the Philadelphia Eagles are a well-ran organization and has great talent on both sides of the ball. As the Kansas City Chiefs showed us in this past Super Bowl, you can't go into this game thinking that you only have to shut down Saquon Barkley. The Dallas Cowboys have to go into this game with a foolproof game plan on how to stop the run, but also keep the pass in check. Stopping the run also includes stopping the quarterback design runs and RPOs as well. But wouldn't it be great if the Dallas Cowboys could go on the road and spoil a banner-raising ceremony for the Philadelphia Eagles? Like the Dallas Cowboys could go to Lincoln Financial and just blow the doors off the Philadelphia Eagles, blow the doors off the defending champions for the first game of the season? I wouldn't mind that one bit, Cowboys Nation. But I'm going to keep it real with you. I like the opponents that the Dallas Cowboys have to play this season. Out of 17 games, the Dallas Cowboys will be playing 8 playoff teams from last year. This allows our Dallas Cowboys to play more stiff competition and not just tomato cans. Iron sharpens iron. I've said that before. And what better way to get ready for the postseason play than playing postseason talent? Teams tend to get shell-shocked when they have to play mediocre teams the entire season. Believe me, the Dallas Cowboys know. So, Cowboys Nation, am I happy with the Week 1 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles this year? I am perfectly fine with it. This means that the Dallas Cowboys won't have to travel to cold Lincoln Financial Field during the winter months, having to play probably a pivotal game outside in the elements. It means that later on in the season, the Philadelphia Eagles will have to travel down to AT&T Stadium, and I hope to attend that game. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. How do you feel about the first game of the season being against the defending Super Bowl champions in the Philadelphia Eagles? How do you feel about that matchup, Cowboys Nation? Y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging the content and want to help the Angry Cowboys fan reach his goal of 10,000 subscribers and we are only 160 away, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you're excited to ruin the Philadelphia Eagles banner-raising ceremony, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, or Madden 25 or College Football 25 gameplay. This game is an opportunity to show the entire NFL that the Dallas Cowboys are back and they're looking for blood. It's a game that could give this entire organization a confidence boost. It will certainly give the coaches and the players a big morale boost going into the season. Will the Dallas Cowboys get it done? We'll find out Week 1 of the 2025 NFL regular season. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.